Salute, salute. Salute, America. Salute, Uncut Squad. Oh, I've been receiving so much positive feedback from my page. It's got me overwhelmed spiritually in a great sense. And I want to thank everyone who has reached out, everyone who has been a part of my platform since I went through my spiritual change. I'm going to put this out there. It's not something I want to do. It's something that I've been advised to do. So I'm going to put my Cash App out there. If my message resonates with anyone, if anyone sees my position and they've been in that position and they feel for me or they want to help out, $ Mr. Uncut Consciousness. $ Mr. Uncut Consciousness. Okay, we offer that. Here's what I want to talk about. Life is always going to take us down different paths. Life is always going to throw you a curveball. No one asked to be deceived. No one asked to be knocked down. No one asked to be unstable. No one asked to be betrayed. No one asked to be humiliated. No one asked to be lied on. But these things happen, and they happen every day. Our job, your job, God's job, is to make sure that no matter what, you stay happy, you stay faithful. That you can fall down and pick yourself up and be 10 times better. There's two sides to every story. So never expect someone who don't know you, but knows the other party, to side with you or understand you. And here's something I need y'all to understand as well. Comprehend this. When these things happen in the flesh, yes, it hurts. But in the spirit, when you take time to look at the resolve in the matter, don't focus on what you're losing. Focus on what you're gaining. Focus on what God took you out of. In my situation, let me speak personally. In my situation, God was ready to elevate me because I had already had my thinking cap on, okay? Maybe I was going about things the wrong way with my messages in the beginning. There's no maybe, I was. But God knew that I was open. He knew that, hey, I can communicate with him. He thinks free, he lives free. So what I'm telling you is, what's for you is for you. Don't cry when God lifts you up out of a situation and takes you out of a situation. Don't cry, praise him. Praise him. Because he's a merciful God. He's an all-seeing eye. He knows things that you don't know. Think about what God might have been saving you from. Think about it. So when God is ready to reward you, he's going to move you out of a situation because your rewards isn't everyone else's rewards. Okay? And that's what you have to understand essentially. So you have to shine. You have to make it. You have to bounce back. You have to let all of this negative stuff that you're hearing just roll off of you because it's all flesh. Remember, we are fighting a spiritual war. This is spiritual warfare. I don't hate anybody, not even my ex. I just hate her spirit. Okay? There's a spirit of deceit. There's a spirit of lying. And this isn't about her. I'm just giving an example. Okay? So we don't fight against flesh and principalities. We fight against spirits and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Spirits and things of that nature. So at all times, you have to be prepared for a spiritual warfare, especially when you're walking upright, especially when that mind is conditioned to praise the man. Because all kind of things are going to be thrown at you. I don't use the word religion, I use the word spirituality. For the simple fact, when you enter the spiritual realm, everything that even you don't believe in spiritually, it could be voodoo, everything is thrown against you. I've had people call me like, hey, I just put some work on the people that hurt you. I just put some roots on them. I just put some voodoo on her dad. I put some voodoo on your ex-wife. And I look at them like, what'd you do that for? Man, because of what they did to you, that wasn't right. And you deserve your get back. Man, listen, God is my get back. Everything that has happened for me successfully right now is my get back. I don't owe them nothing but a thank you. But a thank you. I don't owe anybody nothing. because their karma is already upon them. God is going to fight that battle. You have to fight your battle spiritually, and you have to be grounded. You have to recognize these things. Everything is going to be thrown at you in the flesh and in the spirit, but you can only fight in the spirit, and you've got to remain humble in the spirit. Don't let no one change who you are. Make the necessary atonements that you need to make and live your life abundantly. I don't know who needs to hear this, but somebody needs to hear this today. Live your life abundantly. You know, if you're walking around here and you're holding something against somebody, don't hold it. They're flesh just like you, which makes them and you imperfectly perfect or perfectly imperfect, however you want to word it. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're human. So everyone is going to make mistakes. The only part of a human being you should hate is the spirit that dwells in them, because you are aligned with the God who is omnipotent. You are aligned with the God who is glorious. You are aligned with the God who is merciful. You are aligned with the God who can see all and know all. You're aligned. You're aligned. So spiritually, these are things you should be able to see beforehand. If something does not resonate with you or your spirit, get out of it. Get out of it. There's no compromise. Your only job is to praise that creator that opens your eyes every day. That makes it possible for you to live day to day and succeed. And succeed. There's been numerous amounts of times where there's been people in the world who's wondering, where am I going to live? Where am I going to sleep? What am I going to eat? How am I going to get gas money? How am I going to get this for my children? And then it happens. And you're like, wow. Instead of saying, wow, look towards the sky and tell your creator, thank you. Because it could have been worse. See, I let y'all in on my private, personal life and everything that's going on with me in order to build and inspire other people who may be going through the same things that I'm going through. I'm not the only one. I am not the only one. I'm going to say it again. I am not the only one. But the difference is I'm on a higher thinking level. I'm elevated. I'm elevated so high when I walk, I feel like I'm levitating. When I think, my thoughts aren't thoughts in the world. My thoughts are thoughts in the spiritual realm. In the spiritual realm. So I know not to seek my reward here on on earth, excuse me. Earth only promises you hell. The devil has 1,000 years reign here. But one thing we can do, give me just a minute, boss, don't hang up. But one thing we can do is be responsible for us and our spirituality and who we surround ourselves with. Very important phone call. I got to take this. With that being said, y'all stay real, stay woke, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, be you, and keep that head up. Ashe.